Hi everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and I hope you guys stay tuned until the end. My name is Esther Vincent, also known as LiaMia on social media. Do follow me over there. Would love to catch you guys up. How have you guys been doing? I hope wherever you are and whatever that you're doing, it's going good. It's going great for you all. Have you guys checked out my previous loud thunder. Have you guys watched my previous video titled The Langsor? If no, do give that a view as well. At the end of this video, the small little pop-up card thingy would come. You guys can click on it and that video would play. I hope you guys check that out as well. Today, I've got you guys yet another scary one. This is of a spirit, a ghost, a demon, a vampire, I think all this together in one. Yep, this is like one of the most famous creature, supernatural being that is believed in my country, Malaysia. Yes, like I always say, we Malaysians, we've got loads of them and this is one of the high-ranking famous ones. So today's story is of our very famous Pontianak. As I mentioned before, this is one of Malaysia's very famous ghosts. It's also known as Mati Lana or Kuntilana. Excuse all those sound because we're having a pretty bad thunderstorm, like the rain and thunder and lightning. It's been happening from early morning today and it's almost midnight right now. The name Pontianak refers to a story about a ghost that people of West Kalimantan, Indonesia believe and refer to as Pontianak, a ferocious female ghost in Malay. I also came across some articles that mention the word Pontianak is a short for Perempuan Mati Beranak, which directly means female dies during labor. Now, this death during childbirth is usually followed by a stillborn baby. And it is said that the pain of the dead mother is so immense that it follows even after death. That's one of the version. Now, coming to the legendary version, the urban legend, the one that olden day people believe till now. So the legendary Pontianak is said to be a spirit or a restless spirit of a dead pregnant woman or a vengeful spirit of a woman that was murdered by her own lover. A man, basically. So usually Pontianak's victims would mostly be men or generally people who did her wrong. And there's a film titled Pontianak Harum Sundal Malam, which simply translates to Pontianak Scent of the Tuber Rose, which was released in 2004. This film talked about a beautiful woman and she would be killed by this particular man while being pregnant, and her vengeful spirit returns back to take revenge on her killer. The movie did very well and another sequel was released the following year in 2005. Now, the classic Pontianak, the one that is believed from the legends, is said to have a very pale skin, sometimes red bloodshot eyes, and it has long flowy hair all the way to its hips. And most of the times, the hair would be covering most of her face. It always sports long white robes, most of the time stained with blood or it's just dirty, and it is also said to have long fingernails and long fangs. It is believed that the older version of Pontianak generally does very little harm except for maybe scaring the heebie-jeebies out of you, but the newer ones, the ones that these movies shows and then the newer legends or the newer claims to have seen Pontianak attacks, that sounds much more gruesome because it seems to be like the newer version of Pontianak has a taste for blood. It is believed that during the daytime, the Pontianak would hide among banana trees and it would start its hunt during a full moon night. It can also be found standing at the side of the road, in its hand holding a tombstone all wrapped up to be disguised as a baby and requesting for a ride to its graveyard. Creepy. It can also disguise or transform itself into a beautiful woman to lure in prey. Once the unsuspecting victim, man, falls into her trap, she would transform back to her monstrous image and disembowel the victim. Its long fingernails would sink in deep into the victim's torso to rip out whatever they have inside, their internal organs and all of those. It would then feast on the victim and leaves behind a bloody scene of horror. The Pontianak usually announces its arrival with an infant-like cry or a feminine laughter. If the cry or the laughter is heard very loud, meaning the particular creature is still further away from you. But in case the infant's cry or the feminine laugh is very soft to your ears, then you best believe that it's very near to you. Same goes to the dog's and wolf's howl. If it's a howl, then meaning the creature is still further away. But if it's a soft whimper, then it is very nearby to you. An awful decaying stench would also appear when the creature is very close to you. So how can you save yourself from Pontianak? If you are a Muslim, which majority of our Malaysian Malay people are, they would resort to reciting this Ayat al-Kursi. It's, I'm guessing, a verb or a sentence from the Quran, which affirms the greatness of Allah and His protection over them. For non-Muslims, like myself, it is said that a long, sharp nail should be impaled into the creature's head, which would stop it. Yeah. Some sources also say to drive in a long, sharp nail into the nape of the creature's neck. I know it sounds impossible. It's a supernatural creature. It has powers. You cannot just catch it and put a nail on it. No. So it is said that somehow, there needs to be more people. People somehow has to catch it and hold it down, and someone has to go to the top of his head or go to the nape of its neck and just press in, or I don't know, hit in the nail, which is said to save you, or it will stop attacking you. Yeah. It is believed and said that as long as the nail is inside of the creature, whether in the head or the neck, it will remain to be like a normal person. Even a good wife lives a normal human life until the nail is removed or somehow the nail comes off. While researching for this story, I was able to see multiple resemblance of this particular creature and the creature that I talked about on my previous video. Most of its appearance and all of those seem to be pretty similar, but like I mentioned in that video and I'm mentioning it now in this video, these are two different creatures and they are not the same, even though they seem to be pretty similar. That, you guys, is the story, the urban legend of the all very famous ghost of Malaysia, the Pontianak. I hope you guys liked it. If any of you watching this, any Malaysians or Indonesians, any of our neighboring countries, because they have these in the neighboring countries as well. So if any of you guys have experience with this creature, do let me know. I would love to know or hear about it. So with all that said and done, we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys had stayed tuned until this very moment. If you did, please do leave me a thumbs up. That really does mean a lot to me. I'm eternally thankful. I will come back to you guys next time with another story, another urban legend, another crime, another mystery story. Let's see what hits up my head at that time. But until then, stay safe wherever you are. Take care, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.